Johnson. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Spike 3, 218, chop. Go.
They'll try the left side. Finley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go. 50, plant. Pilot, 64, reach.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target in the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Yo. Go. Hey, we gotta get to that, Michael. I got it.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jones operating from the gun toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Jones now throwing again. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones, off play action. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Hey, Haywood.
1st down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This is Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
8, read. Now.
Here's Johnson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They go to Johnson again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Run.
Cut. 17's Mike. Mike 17.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. Completes it to Watt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Mayfield looks to throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Regular.
Mike 17.
Down to lose 1.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 13.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. On third down, Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular